Hey guys, it's Jason. Now, it is August 31st today, 2013 of course, and Bitcoin is still doing great. The prices went back up to $130, which is amazing, and we are looking at a huge increase in mining hash power. So that is what I'm going to talk about today, the network difficulty and hash rate. So, about June 7th, we were looking at about 200 terahashes, which is fairly good for modern times of mining. But what we're really looking at is what is it coming to? Well, today, August 31st, 2013, we're looking at about 700 terahashes on average, which is pretty good. I think it's a really fair estimate of how well and how advanced mining is getting, and it shows that a lot of people are, picking up this mining and trying to mine, which is never really bad for Bitcoin. It helps helps distribute the mining power so people can't, cheat the system. And it also just helps so that, the whole Bitcoin community can all kind of have a sense of ownership by mining and, promoting itself. So, the big question is how quickly is this rising? And you'll be astonished because in 90 days from, like I said, June 7th to August 31st, we get on average about 500 terahashes an increase, which is way beyond what even my estimates were saying. I think like January through May, I was saying that by December 31st, we'd be at like 1 petahash, which is 1,000 terahashes, if you don't know. And even my predictions are starting to become too underlined, which is kind of weird to say because I was kind of thinking I was pushing the limit too far of where we could become. So, using these numbers, I did a little bit of predictions. I don't want to say this is a perfect estimate because you really don't know when stuff will come online, when things will get shipped, yada yada yada. But I'm moving my prediction to the middle of November. I think we'll be looking at about 1,000 terahashes, or like I say, 1 petahash. Now you might ask me, well, why do you have that prediction? You have to have some supporting evidence to back that up. Well, I do. So I'm going to start out. Butterfly Labs, they're coming out with a new unit that uses a PCI slot. So now you can plug it into a server rack. You can plug it into your computer, and I think that's going to really help. It's smaller. I think it's like 28 nanometer chips, which is even better. And I think just overall it's going to be a great experience. Butterfly Labs is really starting to show that their true cards is really starting to get better. Even though I'm still kind of iffy on them. They've done a couple videos showing their entire production setup and all the employees they have, and it's kind of impressed me. So there's that. Now the next one you might say, now this one's kind of questionable, so hold it with a grain of salt. But there's one called KNC Miner, and they're going to be producing ASIC miners as well, and they're predicting to be out around October, and shipping October, so you can suspect anywhere between October and November, you're going to start getting your units, if they don't fall through, which I'm hoping they don't. And that will also increase it. They're having huge mining, chips and cards and boxes, just like Butterfly Labs. So it's a great thing to look at. But the last but not least is ASIC Miner. Now I know we talked about this before, and no, they're not going to sell them directly. What they started doing is selling the chips that they put on their boards. They're just selling the chips. So this is then allowing third parties to go out and put them on their own boards and their own configurations and make it, a mining unit that's going to be really high in production. They're going to be able to set their own, do we want a high amount of, airflow? Are we more about mining power? Are we more about using less energy? And whatever, standard you want to go to, they're able to use those chips and then add components onto that to really produce a great mining board or box or device or whatever you want to call it, So I think that's also going to help out. And they started doing that a couple months ago, and they're starting to up their production again. So a great thing to look at. Now, I also want to say, I don't know if you guys know this, but August 23rd was my birthday, and that's when we really saw this break apart where, we were seeing a linear chart, and I'll put the chart over here for you guys, but we saw, a point, and then it just kaboom, it kind of dipped a little bit and then sharked back up. And one nice thing about this is I think it's showing us prediction that more miners are getting into the market. It's showing that more high-rate mining devices are out there, which could always be a plus. And I think it's going to show that more devices are being held of a small amount of individuals, but higher capacity. That might be wrong because we still do have these ASIC miner USB chips coming out and these smaller boards that are sub 100, sub 1,000 dollars. So we could see that coming out, but overall I'm going to leave my prediction at the middle of November. We'll hit 1 petahash, and I hope we're right because that means the price is probably going to go up too. I'd love to see $1,000 of Bitcoin by the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope I can inform you guys. That's my goal, to inform you and kind of just give you a brief overview of how Bitcoin's doing. So have a great day. Thanks.